Hi everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression, and as you can see, we're in the polytunnel today. Now the weather's been very inconsistent today. It's been raining all day and, well, it's laying off for a little bit, so I can't quite chance it outside. So I thought, let's give it a go in the polytunnel, see how filming goes, and if, it's a big if the filming goes alright, I know, for future reference, I can do at least a couple of videos in here if I need to, and well, if not, at least I know I've always got the studio. Yeah, it's the garage, it's still not done, but we are getting around to painting it soon, so at least it's going to be brighter and whiter, so at least I can get the bench over in there, and we can get a couple of videos in there through the winter. But you know, it's still echoey, at least out here, and it could do with a couple of lights for the winter. But either way, I've got a choice of locations now for videoing, but if this one goes okay, I know I've got another option of where I can film. It's all going well. Anyway, less chit chatting. We're here today for this fantastic little specimen. All right, it's not going as perfect as as I hoped, because obviously just down here I lost one of the trees in this lovely little little planting that I put together. So if you remember, this is my lovely Dawn Redwood forest, and now unfortunately I have only got 4 trees left, because as I say, one of them has died off and it died back, it died back, it died back. Well, it's completely dead now. So 4 left. So what I would like to do, I'm not going to do it this year coming, as in spring, but I think I'll probably do it the year after, is I will take one of these trees out, probably, if I can, or if I've got somewhere to do it, I'll probably put it in the ground, or at least in a separate pot, and let it grow out, and just make a planting of the 3 of them that is going to be left over. So one of them will be on its own as a single tree. But for the time being, I've got 4 of them here, and it's looking quite nice. The leaves have now changed colour. They are falling off at a rapid pace, as you can see, just everywhere. So I think now's the time for me to go in, actually have a look at the structure of the tree, and start making some corrections for the new year. Do it nice and early. All the buds I've already started to develop for next year's growth, so I can actually go in, have a look, see what parts of this tree I can remove, and work around the buds for next year. So let me get you in, let's have a look, and let's start making some cuts. Now I've got you down low, but first things first, I'll give you a nice little spin. As you can see, some of these trunks, especially this one just here, I'll clear out just that a little bit. This one is starting to develop a nice thick base. So is this one here as well. This one and this one, they're starting to develop nicely thickened up because I've allowed them to grow up. And then the other 2 are developing slower. Let's move some of these leaves out of the way. Let's start getting everything off. So they've started developing nicely, so the other 2 thickening up nicely. I've got the one over here on the left that is smaller, so this is the thickest, and then all the bark is nice, started to flake off as well nicely. So this is my tallest one I've let it grow, develop, which obviously is the reason it is thickening up faster, faster, thicker than the others, and all that bark is flaking off. This is the second thickest, which is nice, and obviously I did the top further down than I did the other one, which is obviously what I wanted, and it's worked. The one on the side here I cut further down. It's still fat, but in compared to the others, it is the 3rd fattest, and this one I cut further back still, and it's still the one that's lagging behind. And obviously that was the way I was going for it. I wanted different heights, and I wanted to slow the growth down, so obviously one took over, and eventually they would show different growth rates, as in fatter to thickest to thinnest, so that way in the future, as they do develop, they would develop as one was the main leader and the main thickest, to show the more dominant tree, and the others grew around it. And unfortunately I lost this one at the front, as you can see. So first thing I need to do is just go around and just take out the main leaves, just to open up the rest of the tree, so I can see what I'm doing. So first things first, I'll go through, do that, and then once it's done, as you can see, collect all these at the bottom, and then we'll come back to it, and then we'll start making some development cuts. as I start looking into the tree, you can see I've got it focused on this little section here. This is one of the main reasons I want to start looking at the tree already. So I've got all the nice buds that are developing around the base of these. Let's move this one out of the way if I can. There we go. I've got all the buds at the base of these branches, but you can see I've got 1, 2, 3 of the branches that are all developing in the same vicinity. So all I would like to do is just obviously pick one of these branches and develop one of the branches. I don't need all 3 coming from the same sort of section. So the big one here, I'm just going to come in and take that one out. That is unwelcome, not needed. And then the bottom one as well, I'm going to come in and take that one out. And I'm going to utilize the central branch. I'm just going to clip that one out of the way so we can use it. And then the buds around it as well, I'm just going to come and take out what I can, because again, I'm going to develop the branch. I don't need any buds around. There we go. I don't need any buds around this branch developing. Just like, there we go, sorry. Just like any of the other branches that are developing around it, they are going to swell. Let's take that one out. They're going to develop more branching, and they're going to swell and develop their own little branches and cause issues. So they will swell up, cause a branch, and we don't want more branches in that area. So let's take out all the buds. And the same again, we've got a branch just right next to it. I'm going to come in and take that one off as well. It's not needed. And I'm going to take the bud next to it as well. With all these trees in this planting, I am trying to develop at least a structure where the branches go in the correct directions. So I've got to take out ones that are going to be utilized. So if I just move my camera just here, and let's focus on this branch here, this main branch that we've got coming up towards us. I'm going to continue to use that, but as you see at the base of it, we've got lots of branches coming and spreading from the same area. So we need to take all those out, because this one here is too close to the base of that branch and it will swell. Same with this one here, it is right at the base and it will cause swelling. So we have to eliminate it. Now I just need to turn it on a slight angle so you can continue to see what I am working with. And then we have got more as we work our way around. They're all coming right at the base. And if we leave them, it will continue to swell this whole area just here. And that's not what we want. Now I can clean this up here as well. Previous cut mark. And then just at the top, we've got an additional branch. I'm just going to come and remove that. And then I'm going to come and cut the branch back to a pair of buds just there. And I'm going to continue to do this around the tree. Now next to it, you'll see at the back, I've got a branch that comes out and then shoots straight up. I'm going to remove that as well because it just goes in the wrong direction. If it shot straight out at the base, if it had come out like that, I would have kept it. These trees do have a habit of shooting straight up like that, which I don't really mind, as long as it is further up towards the tree, or at least like this. This one here, further up, comes out and then shoots up. I don't actually like where it comes from, so I do know right on the tip, if you see in the corner, I've got a bud just here. I'm going to try and cut to that bud and remove all this top section. I've got a bud just here. Hopefully, if that bud sprouts, it will continue to go this way. When that does, it will develop this way. Hopefully, if it does, I can then continue to cut back, and then I'm trying to develop more budding over in this section as well on this branch, because I don't like how long this branch is becoming. I want to cut it back. I don't really want to lose this branch. I like where the branch is positioned, but I would like to develop back budding, and I hope that by developing it like that, it will develop more back budding. I can't guarantee it, but I'm being hopeful. I'm going to go to this branch. I'm just going to come back, cut it back to here where I've got more buds, and I'm going to take out the base branch. It's right in the base as well there. That will develop swelling. Now, just by doing that section, we've cleaned that section up already on this part of the tree. Now, if we move and look at the rest of the tree, you can see that the rest of this tree here has got the same issues going on. But not only that, the other trees have got them issues as well. So let's move into this part here. This section is the main part of the tree. I have got the main leader, which I think is this one here. This is the tallest one. So I've got to alleviate these branches. I don't need 3 leaders on the tree, so I'm going to come in and take them out. That's 1 gone, and 2, which now leaves me with 1 main leader, and then just 1 below it I've also got to remove. So let's come in and take that one out and clean up as best as I can. There we go. Okay, we'll just do that for now. It's not looking too bad. So this is the main leader now. We've just come in, we've cut this little one here, cut one here at the back, neaten that up, and it now gives us this main leader at the top. I've got a little bud just here. I'm going to leave that for the time being. It could develop a nice little shoot this way, and then I've got a branch just on the side here. I'm going to come and cut it back. I've got a bud here, a bud here. I'm just going to bring it back to here. It's pretty long, but I'm going to leave it. Got a couple of buds, so let's bring that in, let it back bud, and then I've got this other branch just here as well. I'm just going to come and level up for some buds. I've got a bud just there. I've got a bud further out. I know it's quite long, but I'm just going to come and cut them. So I think I'm going to make a decision and cut it back to here, where I've got a bud just on the tip. If that doesn't work, I've still got one just here as well. And the branch that I did cut back to, I'm going to bring it back to there where I've got another bud. So I'll do like that. That'll work. It's got a nice bit of growth going on. This one is a lot longer than I expected, but my other buds, I haven't got anything developed yet, so I've only got 1, 2, 3 buds there. Everything else I do quite like. You can see on the same tree, this branch here is really nicely developed, but I've got this branch that comes right in the base just here, and if I leave it, it's going to cause major issues and swelling, so it's got to be nipped off just there. And I'll see if I can clean it as best as possible. And then one at the bottom, it has actually died off and developed this nice little tree branch. Let's cut that one back, and then I've got a bud. I'm going to cut this one here, and I'm just going to bring that back to there. Okay, so my left tree, I think we are good with. Snip them buds out. So the left tree is good. I like the way it's going. Just got to come in and start with the main tree. Well, the second tree, the second thickest tree. We're going to start developing that one now. I'm going to make this one a little bit quicker. We started originally with this branch here. If I move up, I've got this section on the main branch. I've got to come and cut it out. It's right in the middle here again, and I've got some buds I just need to come and nip off. Too close. But then this main branch as well, it goes out, it comes in, cuts off the wrong way, but then it goes up, and I've got a bud right at the back of it, so I'm just going to come in and cut it off. I've got a bud just here where my finger is at the back, so I'm just going to leave that to grow out. I'm going to come in and take that one off. I've got this branch here, and I've got one at the back of it, and I've got this one as well, so I've got 3 branches all in the same location. I have to make a decision on at least one of these staying and the others going, because they're all at the same height, but they're all in good location. So I've got one going left, one going right. So I think the front one's got to stay, so that one's got to go. Do you know what? I'm going to remove that front one actually. I'm going to leave the back one. I'm going to make a decision in terms of the leader. I'm going to keep the highest one up. I'm going to remove the dead stump, clean it up, reduce the height of that. Just come in, reduce the height of everything, bring everything back. The one I just cut off, let me just show you. I've just cut this off. I had lots of twigging on it, but it was quite bumped at the end, so it's quite swollen. And I just think that looks ugly, so I've removed it to start again. So I've got a bud just right at the tip of this one here, so I'm going to start developing that. So that was my decision there. I'm just going to go in, trim the rest of it out, and remove all the other unwanted branches that are too close to the base. Making nice easy decisions. And I've got to admit, the larger tree is the most developed tree on here. I really like this one. It's coming along quite nicely, although I'm going to leave it till last to continue working on. But I'm just going to work on this little section here because I can see into it. But we're going to work into this little one next. So again, I'm just going to come in, I'm just going to reduce the height there, and we are just going to come back and make little cuts, and I'm just going to cut back to buds. Reducing everything that I can see and that I need to reduce to. Working into this top section here, everything's a bit congested at the top. I just need to come in, remove the old stuff. Take that one out there. Take that one out there. Let's clean it up a little bit. Do the usual cutbacks. Take out the dead sections. I'm good. Now this main tree is there, coming along quite nicely. The structure of it, that is. So we've got some good branching that's already starting to come through. So it's just about getting it pruned up, sorting out the top, sorting out the structure that we do have. So let me put you in place here. Whoop. And then you can see just what we're going for. So you can see this one here coming through. I like the way it's coming up, goes across. I'm just going to bring it back to there. Actually, we're going to come in, we're going to take this one out. We're going to allow it to come out, shoot from this section. We've got a right branch and a left branch. This one comes out, splits into two. I'm just going to come in and take this side off, allow it to split into one. Now you can see this branch on the side here comes out. I'm just going to bring it back in tight. The rest of the section, oh, just punched the camera. Right, let's position you right so you can see all this little section here trimmed in into position. I'm going to move into the top section. I'm just going to bring this one back to here, and I've got a bar branch at the back just here. I'm going to take that one out completely because I've got all these lower branches that I can work with as well. So I'm just going to have a quick look, see which ones I could actually use. And I think just to have a quick scan around, probably take that one out, which is just a little one. There we go. And we're going to come in, I'm going to take that one back to there, and we're going to move up. We've got this section here, just going to come in, bring that back in, and then I'm going to come in. I've got this section here, 2 branches, so I need to just come in and take this one out completely, which is going to be quite delicate because I've got 2 branches that are actually on top of each other. There we go. So if you see, I've took it out there, and I've got this other branch that comes in from it as well. So what I'm going to do, so I'm actually going to take it all off there and remove that top branch. So this one will fall off. Hopefully we'll be able to bend that a little bit this way in the future. Probably a bit of wire I'll do, no dramas. This is our leader. I'm going to develop this branch here. First thing, I'll just cut that one. I'll develop that one because I've got a left branch, so I'm going to take this one out completely. Which means I'll take this branch out as well. I'm just going to come in, take that one off. Now I'd like to show you what we've done, because I think this is going to be my front angle from for the foreseeable. Depending on which one of the trees I take out, at least I've cut the trees based on the fronts that I'm styling from. So here we go. So these are the fronts of the trees, so if you can see just exactly how we're positioning everything. So this front tree, the smaller one, this is how it's developing. We've got the, if I just put my hand behind it, I've got the 3rd largest tree, so that's how I've cut it. And then the 2nd largest tree, which is the one behind it, you can now see, if I move out a little bit, how that one's coming along. And then the largest tree, which is at the back there, you can now see, if I just pull you there, you can now see how I've cut it. Let me put my hand behind it so you can see proper. So you can now see how we're going and how it's shaping up. And then if I take a pew, it looks something like this as a forest. So I think if we get rid of the small one and we do a forest, I think it's going to look something like that. I don't know. And obviously, come spring, summer, we've got loads of buds towards the top here. They're going to pop on all these, and then this one's considerably taller. So I think if you look down low, the rest of these trees, all the branches are starting to develop in, and we've got them just on the back here as well. Well, I think this one's going to be all right come spring. It's got plenty of buds, especially at the top section where there's no branches, so they're all ready to develop. This one and this one particularly, I've got loads of buds here. I've got loads of buds here and here, so I can see these doing work really, really well come spring. I'm excited for top development. The bottom, it's got really established branches now, so I think everything is going to come along quite nicely. As I say, I'm not going to repot it this year because I did it last year, but when I do repot it in the year after, I'm probably going to remove the really small one and allow that to develop on its own, and then make this, I'm going to keep it in this pot and then bring it into more of a triangle shape and allow the bottom branches to allow them to make them more of a feature. So yeah, I hope you can see what I'm going for, and I hope you can see the branch structure that we've got going as well. There we go, it's a little bit better for you there. You can see it's now coming along quite nicely. It's developing really nicely. So if you like this one, please do hype that video. It seems to be working for me. I'm getting out there to a few people, more than usual. please do make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, because the algorithm has changed on YouTube again, so it's not really pushing videos out. So hyping, commenting, liking videos and subscribing to my channel really gets me out there. And for those of you that have been with me a long time, thank you very much. And those of you that are watching consistently, thank you very much. So if you like it, please do like, please do subscribe, please do comment, and thanks for sticking around with me, I guess. I appreciate it muchly. So if you like watching this one and you want to see more, please do stick around, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Catch you later.